we're going to be talking about the law of cosines, which is a nice little law that you can use to figure out unknown angles or unknown side lengths. So here we have triangle ABC, and you can see that the angles are marked with a capital letter, and the side lengths are marked with a lowercase letter, and the side lengths that are marked with the lowercase letter are across from the angles that are marked with a capital letter. So, the law of cosines. Let's start out with, if you were trying to figure out what A is, and you have the cosine, or you have the angle measurement of A. So, the law of cosines is A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times cosine A. Now, you can also solve this for B squared and C squared. So let me just write out those two equations. B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC times cosine B. C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times cosine C. So you can see that whenever you're solving for one side length, you would always add the other side length squared minus 2 times these two other side lengths times cosine of whatever angle this side length is across from. And that is the law of cosines. Okay, now we're going to put the law of cosines to use. So in this example problem, we have angle ABC again, but now we have some of the side lengths and one of the angles. So we're trying to solve for A, so out of all of these equations, we're going to choose A squared equals all of that stuff. So we write A squared. We're going to fill in the parts that we know, and we're going to leave the parts that we don't know as their, we're just going to leave the parts that aren't there. A squared equals, so we know that the side length that's across from the angle B is B, so this would be 15.78 squared plus side length across from C, 8.54 squared minus 2, 15.78, 8.54 times cosine of A. So cosine of 127. Now, using my calculator here, we're going to simplify all of this, and we're just going to enter it all into my calculator, plus 8.54 squared minus 2, 15.78, 8.54 times cosine 127. Alright, so we get A squared equals 484.143. So to solve for A, we're going to take the square root of that number, and we end up getting A equals 22.0032. Now we're just going to simplify that into A equals 22, and we've got our answer. Now, to double check if this answer makes sense, we're going to use the laws of triangles. So we know that a triangle has 180 degrees in it, and we know that angle A has 127. So angle A is the largest angle out of all three angles, because you can't add more than 127 because that would be over 180 degrees. So it would make sense that A is larger than side length B and side length C. So our answer makes sense, we've gotten it, we've used the law of cosines, and we've done it. Okay, now we're going to solve a problem where we know all of the side lengths of the triangle, we just don't know the angle measurement. So here we're trying to find out what is the angle measurement of angle A. We're going to set this up exactly the same way we set up the last problem, but this time we're going to solve for angle measurement A instead of side length A. So we know that the side length across from angle A has to be A, so putting A in there would be 9 squared equals B squared, so that would be 7 squared, plus C squared, that would be 3 squared, minus 2 times b is 7, c is 3, times cosine of a. We don't know what angle measurement a is, so we can't fill that in. Okay, so now the first step we're going to do is we're going to simplify everything. So 81 equals 49 plus 9 minus 21 minus 42 times cosine of a. Here I just simplified everything so that we don't have squares and too many numbers. So now what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 49 and 9 from 81 to get everything on this side, so we can just solve for cosine. 81 minus 49 minus 9, that'd be 23. 23 equals negative 42 times cosine of a. Our next step is to divide 23 by negative 42. We get negative 23 divided by 42, because it's not a fun number, equals cosine of a. So we have to take the cosine inverse of both sides so that we can find out what a is. So the cosine inverse of negative 23 over 42 is 123.204. And then when we take the cosine inverse of a cosine, we just get the cosines just cancel out, so we get equals a. So we find out that this 123.204 degrees equals a. And that's how you solve a problem where you only have the side lengths with law of cosines.